They are, and unfortunately, Mother Nature, with it being, the first day of winter, wants to give us a show. And that's fine. That's totally fine. Many of us wish for a white Christmas, which we'll likely have because of the snow. It's just not necessarily the timing of everything, right? We like that snow to be trickling down as we're, opening presents on Christmas Day, not beforehand when everyone's trying to travel. This is the Arctic air that's on the way. You can see it's still stuck up into the northern half of the country, but it'll be surging southward behind this area of low pressure, and it's going to get real cold as we head into our Friday, especially Friday and Saturday. Here's kind of the nuts and bolts, what we're looking at for the winter storm that's on the way. We really want to talk about one thing in certain, that is avoid traveling Friday and Saturday if possible. If you have to travel, try to do it late on Saturday or perhaps even do it tomorrow for Thursday. Here's why. We're going to have rain and it's going to switch over to snow, and that's going to be happening overnight on Thursday. That rain with those cold temperatures surging in will likely freeze. So we'll have a flash freeze, so any of the ponding on the roadways will freeze right away. That'll lead to not only some sliding on the roadways, but whiteout conditions with that snow coming down with wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. That blowing snow all on top of the dangerously cold wind chills that we've got moving in. So just how cold are we talking heading into Friday morning? Well, let's show you that now with our wind chill forecast. Again, as we go through Thursday night, still looking okay, temperatures in the 30s, but as we get closer towards early on Friday morning, that's when that Arctic air begins to really set into the area. And some of the coldest of the air will be felt likely Friday morning to Friday midday, feeling more like 23 below zero by 7 a.m., 27 degrees below zero by lunchtime. Dangerous, dangerous stuff. Again, hypothermia we were just talking about, and frostbite. If you have to take the dog out, make sure it's real quick and your entire body is covered while you're doing that because of how dangerously cold it is going to be on Friday. Heading into Friday night and heading into Saturday, does the cold stay with us? Yes. So your Christmas Eve, we also have some very cold conditions for us, and that'll even continue as we head into Sunday, just not as dangerously cold as Friday. It's all because of this wind driving in the cold air. Again, that wind is what's going to be prompting those dangerously cold wind chills, and we're looking at sustained winds between 40 and 50 miles per hour, especially by the afternoon. This is 1 o'clock, the highest of the wind gusts. Again, some of us to the north towards Cleveland could see wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Nobody wants to be out driving when winds are that strong. And on top of that, we've got moisture also moving in. Let's go through this hour by hour. This is 7 o'clock Thursday evening. We will have that rain rolling through. Now, all of this rain, once the cold air moves in, will freeze on contact. That'll be black ice on the roadways. And then on top of that, we get snow. And this snow, when it's moving in, is going to be heavy at times. This is the heaviest of the snowfall is early on Friday morning. There's 2 a.m., 4 a.m., heavy snowfall continuing. The best thing I can tell you is that there is a lot of model consensus here that there will likely have the snowfall kind of tapering off as we go through into the afternoon on Friday. There's about 1 o'clock, 2 p.m., 3 o'clock, as most of the snowfall will be likely to our north. Now, how much snow are we expecting? I promised that we'd go over that today. It looks likely that our area, we should be seeing anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of snowfall, but don't get too excited about going out with your measuring stick, because remember, this snow is going to be blowing on the roadways, even in your backyard. So to get an accurate reading of the snow is going to be quite difficult with how windy that it is going to be. Once again, I would not be traveling on Friday, and just to hone it in, again, the dangerous wind chills, if you get stuck in any of those snow drifts, you're going to be stuck in some dangerously cold air. Negative 25 is what it'll feel like outside, even colder than that, and we'll have those whiteout conditions. All right, taking a look at our 10-day forecast here, and again, we've got some seriously dangerous weather moving in. We don't see this all the time around here, so we just really want everybody to be careful and don't be out on the roads Friday morning. Whatever you do not be out there early Friday morning. Heading into the weekend, it stays cold and windy. We're still very cold and windy on Christmas Eve. If you want to travel on Saturday, that's probably a better bet for you. Again, as long as you're avoiding that mess of a start on Friday. Heading into Sunday, our Christmas Day looks a little bit better, but still cold, 16 degrees, mostly cloudy. And what do you know, we stair step back to the 40s by the end of next week.